are going to discuss special cases on resistance and how to solve the problems based on the resistance of a conductor.
Special cases. Now here, the resistance of the electrical conductor is R is equal to, we know that rho L by A, where rho is the resistivity of the conductor and L is the length of the conductor and A is the cross-sectional area of the conductor. This is the conductor of area of cross-section is A and its length is L. If the conductor is elongated or stretched or drawn or twisted, the volume of the conductor remains constant. The volume does not change, but maybe change in length and a change in area, but the total volume of the conductor is must be a constant. That is, volume is equal to area into length, that must be a constant. Now the mass of the conductor is m, then the density of the material of the conductor is d, then density d is equal to mass by volume. Now the resistance of the conductor rho is rho into L by A, that is, we are multiplied and divided by its length L by A. Then what we get? R is equal to rho L square by A into L is the volume. Here in the question they given in terms of length, on the time we can use this formula, that is R is equal to rho L square by V. Now here R is equal to rho L square by V, that is total volume of the conductor V is equal to, in terms of mass per density, that is we can be written as mass per density. This is in two formulas. Now if mass of the conductor and density and resistivity of the conductor must be a constant, then the resistance of the conductor is inversely proportional to square of its length. Then here what you write? R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2 whole square. If in the question will asking to measuring of the length have small error, it is less than 5%, on the time we are calculate the error in the resistance, or maybe they given the expand the length of the wire will be very small, is less than 5%, on the time the increase in the resistance we are finding by using this formula, that is in first chapter for 11th, that is errors based problem, that is it is in the form of LZ is proportional to A power of A formula, A power of A. On the time what delta Z by the finding of the error, delta Z by Z equal to A into delta A by A. Based on that, then we can be written as delta R by R is equal to 2 into delta L by L. The percentage of increase in resistance, delta R by R into 100 is equal to 2 into delta L by L into 100. These formulas are applicable for the change in length, changes, the fraction of changes are less than 5%. Now, if the ratios of the resistance, that is R1 by R2 is equal to, we can be written as rho 1 by rho 2, L1 by L2 whole square, M1, M2 by M1, M2 by M1 into D1 by D2. for the two different materials are given, materials of conductor is given, on the time we are finding the ratios of the resistance by using this formula. If for the resistance, the conductors of the materials are made by the conductors of materials are made by the same, that is same materials of the conductor, same material of the conductors. Same material of the conductors means we can be written as, that is the densities and resistivities. Resistivities and densities must be same. That's why these get be cancelled. R1 by R2, the ratios of resistance of the conductors, R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2 whole square into M2 by M1. Here the measurements of length and mass having some error. That error is less than 5%, and the time we can be written as R is proportional to L square by M. Then by using the error relation, delta R by R is equal to 2 into delta L by L plus delta M by L. That is the total error is delta R by R. The percentage of error delta R by R into 100 is equal to 2 into delta L by L into 100 plus delta M by M into 100. By using this formula, we are measuring the total error in the measurement of the resistance. Second case is the in terms of cross-sectional area of the conductor. That is the resistance R is equal to rho L by A. Now we are multiplied and divided by area. In before what we discussed, divided and multiplied by length. Now here R is equal to rho V by A square. Now volume of the conductor V is equal to AF. Then the density of the conductor, mass per volume. Volume is equal to mass per density. Then what you can be written as R is equal to rho mass by density into square of cross-sectional area. Now cross-sectional area of the conductor A is equal to pi R square. R, it is pi d square by 4. This is the diameter of the conductor. That is R is equal to, we can be written as rho M by d A square. That must be equal to rho M by d pi square R power of 4. For here we have the mass. If mass, density and resistivity of conductors are constant, then there are constant of the conductors, then resistance R is equal to, R is proportional to 1 by A square, is proportional to 1 by R power of 4. Then here R1 by R2 is equal to A2 by A1 whole square. That is equal to R2 by R1 whole power of 4. Now here for the measurement of area of cross section and radius is less than 5%, then we find the percentage of error in the resistance. Delta R by R is equal to 2 into minus 2 into delta A by A, or in terms of radius of cross section, that is minus 4 into delta R by R. The percentage of measuring of resistance delta R by R into 100 is equal to minus 2 into delta A by A into 100 is equal to minus 4 into delta R by R into 100. If the two conductors of area of cross sections are given and their different masses and they're made of different materials, then R1 by R2 is equal to, by using this formula, R1 by R2 is equal to rho 1 by rho 2 into M1 by M2 into D2 by D1 into A2 by A1 whole power of 2. In terms of radius of cross section, that is R1 by R2 is equal to rho 1 by rho 2 into M1 by M2 into D1 by D2 into R2 D2 by D1 into R2 by R1 whole power of 4. Area is given this, radius of cross section is given by using this. But the materials are made of the same. The conductors are made of the same material. Then same material means same material. Same material means their resistivity and their densities must be same. Then R1 by R2 is equal to M1 by M2 into A2 by A1 whole power of 2. Or R1 by R2 is equal to M1 by M2 into R2 by R1 whole power of 2. By using these formulas, we are finding about the ratios of the resistance of the conductors. If a wire of resistance R is stretched to n times of its original length, that is R1 is equal to R, R2 is equal to, we are finding its original length L1 is equal to L, its original length is n times, L2 is equal to n into its original length, NL. Then R1 by R is proportional to L square because of stretching. That means R is proportional to L square. That is R1 by R2 is equal to L1 by L2 whole square. Then we are substituting here. L1 is, R1 is the R, R2 is, we are finding, L1 is L, L2 is NL whole square. LL cancel, that is R2 is equal to N square into R. Here the resistance of the conductor is increased by square of its increasing length. If, in the second one, if a wire of resistance is R until it's stretched, the radius becomes 1 by nth time. Its radius becomes 1 by nth time of its original radius of cross section. Then here R1 is equal to R, radius of cross section is small r, and R2 we are finding small r2, radius of the cross section is how much it becomes original radius by n, 1 by nth time of its original radius of cross section. Then formula of it, R1 by R2, that is R is proportional to 1 by a square formula, is proportional to the radius of cross section, area of the cross section, A is equal to pi r square. Now it is R power of 4. Then R1 by R2 is equal to R2 by R1 whole power of 4. Then R by R2 is equal to, R2 is 1 by n into R by R1 is R whole power of 4. Then it's cancelled. That is R2 is equal to n power of 4 into R. That is the radius of cross section is decreased by 1 by nth time, then the resistance will be increases. The resistance will be increased by fourth power of its decreasing the radius. Now in case of cuboid, in case of cuboid, the dimensions of the cuboid is L cross L into B into H. This is the length, breadth, height of the cuboid. Now you see that diagram of cuboid like this. This is the length of cuboid, and here it is the breadth, and it is the height of the cuboid. Now this is the cuboid. Now which consists of 6 faces. One is, this is the face A, this is the face B in these ends, and this is the AB, this is C, and another end, that is the D here. This end is E and this end is F, this face. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this side and this side. Cuboid of this is the 3-dimensional E and F. This is. Now the resistance of the cuboid is the resistivity of the cuboid is rho. Now we want the resistance of AB phase. In the AB phase, the resistance formula is R is equal to rho L by A. A is the area of cross section. RAB, the face of AB, this is the resistance of this along the length L, along the length L. This is the L length. Now here AB, that is resistivity is a constant. The length of AB is L. What is the cross-sectional area of the AB of length? Here this is the length, means this must be the cross section. The cross section is B into H. The cross sectional area is BH. For AB of length is L, the cross section of AB is BH. That's why the resistance of AB. Resistance of CD, the resistivity into, what is the length of the CD? CD length means this face and this face. This face and this face of length is B. That's why the length of CD is B. And here, what is the cross-sectional area of the cross-sectional area of the CD? CD cross-sectional area means this one is the cross-sectional area, that is H and L. The area of cross section of CD is L into H. Now here REF, the resistance of the EF side, EF face, that is E and F. The length of EF is H, rho into H. Now this is the length, means what is the cross sectional area? The cross sectional area of this. The cross sectional area will be length into breadth. You see, this is the resistance of face AB, resistance of face CD, resistance of F, face F. This is. Now in this, which one is the greater resistance, which one is the lesser resistance? Now you see, which one has the more dimensions of which one is large? Length is the large. That's why RAB is greater. Now, what about these two? Here H is very small, but radius of cross section will be, area of cross section will be large. Area of cross section will be large means the resistance will be low. Now length and breadth as greater than the height. That's why REF is very small. That is RCD is in between REF and RAB. That's why RCD is greater than REF. That means RAB is the maximum resistance. Maximum. REF is the minimum resistance. Now we are going to discuss another application of resistance finding of the. Now for hollow cylinder of radius of inner radius and outer radiuses are Ri and R0. The resistivity of the cylinder is rho. Then the resistance of hollow cylinder is, that is rho into the length of the hollow cylinder is L. That's why rho L by. Now radius, area of cross section of the cylinder. Now it is a hollow cylinder, means inside there is no material. Then only this is the material will contain. That's why the area of this, that is pi into outer radius square minus inner radius square. This is the resistance of the hollow cylinder. By using these forms, we are determined about the resistance of the different objects.